3, 4, 5, 6.
This
7,
year,
8,
an estimated
9.
5 trillion plastic bags will be consumed. That's about 160,000 bags per second. You may think that taking a couple plastic bags every time you go to the store is no big deal. But that isn't necessarily the case. The world around us is dying. We are reminded of this every day.
2015, 2016, and 2017.
And as a single speck in a world of billions, it seems almost impossible to think that one human could make a change. But this is your call to action. Your reminder that you don't need a superhero cape and superhuman powers to be the hero that the Earth needs. 17 students at the College of DuPage decided to take the first step to address the issue at hand. As a class, we challenged ourselves to stop using plastic bags for a month. The following 5 interviews encompass the experience of the class as a whole as they faced this challenge. Do you think plastic consumption in general is a problem?
I didn't realize how large of an issue plastic bags have become until this challenge.
I really didn't care much about it at the start, but as soon as I started learning about it, I thought it was bad.
You can say plastic is bad, but we also use it in our daily lives so often, so it's kind of hard to condemn it.
I always knew that plastic was bad, but I guess I didn't know necessarily why.
I do think it's a problem. Like, the only point of plastic consumption is for convenience, and it's hurting our environment.
Initially, how did you feel this project would go?
Initially, I thought it was going to be pretty easy. There might have been a few bumps along the way.
On the whole, I think it went well. It was just a matter of remembering to bring the reusable bags to Jewel and Aldi wherever we went shopping.
I thought it would go pretty well. I work at a grocery store myself, and we have paper bags.
I mean, in theory, I thought it would be pretty simple. No bags. Like, I don't even grocery shop that often.
What was the biggest conflict you faced with friends and family?
My parents, they really like using plastic bags.
My friends and family were pretty unmotivated to participate.
I got my parents on board, other immediate family. It was mostly just a matter of, reminding them to bring reusable bags to the grocery store every week.
Like I said, I had already been doing this. I lived in California for a while, and there was a bag tax there, so I was already bringing my reusable bags everywhere I went. So the hardest thing was to just remember to do that now that I'm here in Chicago, where it's not the same.
The biggest conflict I faced was trying to avoid the perception that I was just doing this to be trendy.
What aspect of this project did you find easy?
Actually deliberately buying less at grocery stores. I'd usually buy about 1 to 3 items every visit.
Once I started getting into the pattern of not using plastic bags, I thought it was pretty easy to do.
As time went on, I just ended up using less and less plastic. I started thinking about plastic consumption at the self-checkout.
My mom had already been wanting to do this for a while, and she kept bringing up the idea of I need to buy more reusable bags, we gotta help the environment. And once I brought this idea up to her, she was all about it.
Once I got the ball rolling, stopping using the plastic bags, I found it really easy to carry it into other aspects. For example, I brought a metal straw in my backpack to limit plastic straw usage. I also carried Tupperware.
What aspect of this project did you find hard?
It was actually hard for others to get others to participate, especially my parents.
Getting others to participate with me was pretty hard.
I think my biggest problem was just remembering to bring my reusable bags.
I would say the hardest part was remembering to bring my reusable bags back to the car after I put them in the house and unloaded all of my groceries.
The hardest part was for me to actually remember to bring my reusable bags into the store.
Was there anything or anyone who helped you participate in this project?
I began going to the self-checkout aisles instead. That really helped me throughout the challenge, and once I got into the habit of that, it was a lot easier for me to do the challenge itself, and yeah.
Carrying my backpack, and since it was already a habit, it kind of acted like a reusable bag from the start.
I actually consulted with my mom a few times. We had a little back and forth. She's actually kind of a proponent of plastic bags, or at least reusing them within the household. She uses them for garbage bins, travel bags, stuff like that.
Like I mentioned, my mom helped me a lot with this project. She actually came up with this pretty cool idea that whenever she ended up going to any store, she would just immediately like pop the trunk. And in order for her to like get into the store, she'd have to close her trunk. But once she got to the trunk, her bags were there.
I think my main takeaway is that we need to break down this concept that we're only one person. Like, yeah, we're one person, but if every one person does like the bare minimum to like protect the planet, then that'll all add up.
As you can see, a class of 17 individuals was able to take on the challenge and be successful. Although it may seem like you're just one person and cannot have much impact, you actually can if you put forth the effort to try and make a change. For more information, visit our website.